And fall in, my fellow scout troopers, welcome back to Third Age Reforged. We are at Cardolan. It's a 2v3 today, and today's debate comes from Mac. Now, I am running a lot on Reforged Caesars, guys, so if you've got any, it'd be much appreciated and welcomed. Now, the army comms today, and we'll go through Mac's armies first. He's commanding Dolamroth. He's one of two defending forces. We have here some Donal archers, some Donal pikemen there, armoured up. More Donal archers there. We have here behind them some Donal swordsmen, wanderers on the model, rangers of course. Some Tonosian spearmen up here, Haven Guard, Belfast Marines there, Knights of the Silver Swan, dismounted Knights of the Silver Swan, and more Belfast Marines. We have some Donal swordsmen over here, and some more Tonosian spearmen, Donal pikemen armoured up, Tiritham marksmen, and some civilians to absorb the first wave of enemies, no doubt. Next we have Erebor, coming by Tintin 2208, who has some Ironfoot spears over here. Maybe 2 units so far. Ironfoot warriors, 2 units. Ironfoot spears again. Ironfoot halberdiers. No other Erebor units that direction. We have some Ironfoot axe throwers there, 2 units. Some Tiritham marksmen. Imperial champions. Looks to be some axe guard Erebor and some Ironfoot crossbows. About 2 units of them. We have 2 units total here of axe guard of Erebor. We have here some Erebor legionnaires. Roughly 2 units. I'm trying to see when I see some Dragon Slayers Arid Mithrin, but I'm not too sure I do. At least not here. Alright, up here we have a catapult belonging to the dwarves. And we've got some units here just hovering around the city. We have some Edhelm men at arms, not armoured up, with some more Tiritham marksmen. And we have a general unit all the way over here. Some Sons of Durin and Dragon Slayers Arid Mithrin, so they are there. Alright. I don't know why the general is so far away from his army. Don't think that plays much in terms of boosting morale of the forces. It seems like the morale only comes into it once the general is dead. As long as the general is alive, the team or the faction usually behaves as though the general is standing right beside them. You know, they won't break so easily until he's dead. Anyway, moving on, we have here the first 3 attackers, Harad, commanded by Eisenbard. He's got 2 units here of Moab Berserkers. Over there we have 3 units of dismounted Serpent Guard, make that 4 actually, all armoured. We have some Trollmen of Harad here, 2 units of them. Mulhard Warriors, 4 units of them. Heridim Archers, 2 units there. And some Sathron Archers. Over here we have some Adunim Shield Guard, Umbar, combined by Momento, who has 1 unit of them, along with 1 unit of Belgath Footmen. We have some Corsair Infantry, Belgath Marksmen, 2 units there. And some Saffron Raiders firing into the front lines here of Erebor. That's probably just swatted the fly, really. The dwarves have, well, decent armour, fairly good armour. And Saffron Archers are just sort of poking the bear a little bit there. We've got a catapult here belonging to Isengard, commanded by Joey 1 Kenobi. He's trying to fight on the Dwarven catapult, it would seem. And it looks like the catapult might be returning fire here. Or at least trying to. That's curious. We have here 4 units of Uruk-hai infantry. Jesus, Eisenbard's deploying his force way back. We have some Uruk-hai raiders over here. Looks to be 2 units of them. We have some half-orc vanguard there. 3 units. 3 units of Uruk-hai pikes, Nazgul and Berserkers. Down there we have some Uruk-hai raiders. But I haven't seen any crossbows or snugger skirmishers, and I would expect to see them somewhere at least. Really strange I don't see them. Anyway, this is probably Umbar's army, not Harad's. We have Demons of the Desert, well there's Harad's as well. War Beasts of Harad. We have some Harmagers of Casimir, some Belgath Axe Guard there. We have some Narina Royal Guard, Corsair Black Guards, 2 units of Belgath Shield Bearers, 3 units of Alcarandas Legion. I think that's it there for them. And the ice is getting so close, it looks like we won't have to do any cut at all. But the Erebor catapult is not going anywhere. He's down to 1 catapult pretty much. If we can get this one firing, that would be pretty cool. Could fire almost straight across the enemy ranks, collect a lot of kills. Oh, nice shot. You can't expect that shot every time though. Got a nice little silver swan charging out. These are just missile cab though, the Southern Raiders. Pathfinding is going to wreak havoc here for cavalry. Okay, two of our marksmen here have opened up on the Uruk-hai Raiders, which have just charged across on their own. We have Lert's hunting pack over there. I'm not sure what Joey 1 Kenobi was thinking, sending up this one unit by themselves, maybe to swat away the civilians. The Uruk-hai Raiders aren't the best unit, they are light infantry. A little bit of a cat and mouse game going on with the Harad and Dol Amroth cavalry. They'd be annoying both sides probably. Well, at least Mac didn't let his civilians... At least Mac didn't leave his civilians for slaughter. He sent up the Dornell pikemen to help now keep them alive. Oh, this chick got a kill with a pitchfork. We've also got some Caspian Rangers guys that have just appeared. Looks like we've got a few units that have just shown up. We have Dornell archers firing the Herodium archers. Well, they were going to be firing and then they just stopped. Hannibal is seconds away from losing that catapult. If he moves a muscle, it's gone. I'm not too sure why Mac is saving his ammunition. It would be a good target for the Dornell archers to fire upon. If only to weaken them a little bit. Okay, he's finally opening up. Looks like he's committed 2 units of Vanguard and 1 unit of Spear Guard. Going up against the Dwarves though, he needs stronger muscle than that. What Menta could be considering, or even Joey 1 Kenobi, is using their rangers to target the Dornell archers with a couple of volleys. Because they're so bunched up and pretty exposed to arrow fire on that ledge there, it stands to reason that they should try to, I suppose, put pressure on that ledge, make the defenders reconsider using it, especially with their tier, their marksmen or wanderers on your model. They need to get a dedicated archer unit just to cover that ledge, to keep the backs of their troops relatively clear of the enemy arrows. So right now they're being shot in the back and it doesn't really help any attack. The tier, their marksmen are being targeted. They're fairly decent armor. Probably just thinking they can wear that. Now it looks like they're sort of breaking through in the center. I'm not sure that reinforcements are needed. Remember, the Vanguard, they are light troops after all, and they are up against Ironfoot warriors and Ironfoot spears. I'm thinking the flanks here right now are looking pretty thin on the right and the left. And the more the dwarves push forward, the more they sort of curve in on the center. And although that center is, it looks like it's making the most ground right now, it'll fold and crash really quickly once those flanks are pretty much gone and the defenders start folding them up. Don't think it's a good idea for the catapult to be firing on this area right now. So they're getting to get an ideal hit into the enemy defenders. As I say that though, they get a good hit. Go figure. The one time I don't think they get a good hit, they do. But I think they're more likely to hit their own forces here and cause a mass chain reaction amongst their own troops. Again, good hit. Solid hit. What is going on today? This never happens. I always see the friendly artillery hit their own troops when firing in that angle, but today it's on fire. So, you know, kudos to the attacker for having the confidence to use that and for it paying off for him. Usually it never goes so well. Okay, it's just the Morhad warriors and berserkers here now. That's not too good. This attack is not going to survive much longer here with just these forces. We've got a Cardolan Legion though to add some muscle here to the attack. We've got the defenders here restoring the centre and closing the gap. Harad is sort of skirting the flanks of the dwarves and attacking them in the rear, which is pretty good. I'm half wondering if... I'm thinking the dwarves should be able to repel this attack, but it really feels like the Harad forces are closing in on the dwarves. Even though the dwarves are a superior unit to the Haradrim forces, the Haradrim forces are really holding their own and seem to be actually winning here against the Ironfoot Spears. Now the Berserkers obviously are a bit better than they give them credit for. Belfast Marines are there firing. They're using the javelins here on the Morhad Berserkers and Warriors. A strange unit to use javelin ammunition. Here at their marks are using fire arrows here. Just found super guards coming in. We've got Bellicate marksmen here, they need to be firing on that ledge. We've got on for crossbows here as well. A big threat that's been taken away from the attackers is the glitch there that's taking out the defender's catapult. With that catapult gone, life just became a whole lot easier for the attackers. It's still going to be bloody hard to get across this bridge. But without artillery, they don't have to worry about, I suppose, a cataclysmic chain rout caused by 3 great shots from the artillery from the ledge. You know, like bang, 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 splash, 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 during a massive attacker push. Just ruins it and it causes a mass chain rout that basically renders the attack almost pointless to continue after that. Now that at least the attackers don't have to worry about today. You'd hope. Firing on the centre is probably the ideal spot for the artillery. Reduce the risk of friendly fire. If it comes too far to the right, it will hit these dwarves and Imperial Champions. Obviously a straight shot hits the halberdiers, and maybe a lower shot takes out the Ironfoot Spears. You know, you got to sort of consider how wide a circle the artillery could hit. You want to try and maximise your enemies inside that circle and keep as many of your friendly forces outside of that splash range, where the artillery could fall. Now, we don't often see players use the standard shot, largely because the flaming shot has that splash effect and also has that chain rout effect. Now, a lot of teams enjoy from the fire ammunition, or the fire shots. $20 to 28, Panzer forces evenly matched. If he's going to use fire ammunition, probably needs to use it on the light tier troops. They're the ones that are most likely to break faster because they have weak morale and basically no armour. And they get spooked the most easily. We've got a second unit here at Dismounted Serpent Guard. Eisenbart still has 2 more, I think, in reserve. Now the defenders here, they've sort of come out a bit too far than they should have. If Isengard had snugger skirmishes, it would make sense for him to bring them up and throw their jabbies into this area of enemy forces. Try and clear that right flank so they can surge forward. Potentially break through. The bigger they can extend this battle line further in, the easier it is for them to get across and into the city of Cardolan. They have to sort of get out of this little bottleneck that the defenders are trying to keep them in. It looks like someone's trying to make a play for the bridge at the very top of the north. Okay, they broke Mac's archers. Okay, Harad's breaking through over there. Sorry, Umbar, my bad. Let's have a look over here. Who's coming across the bridge? There's some more warriors and berserkers. It seems almost pointless. Those forces are just going to get killed. There's got Belfast Marines there, spearmen, civilians, pikes. Wanderers are firing right now. Mac probably just needs to save his ammunition there, I reckon. Bring the Wanderers over here. The Wanderers are needed over here, not over there. There's not enough troops to justify their presence being there. Again, we've got the attackers starting to win there on the flanks. In this case, it's the left flank now. We've got Ironfoot Axe Throwers there. The defenders using their missiles here on pretty crappy units here. Dismounted Serpent Guard I get, but those axes right now are hitting the Mulhard Warriors, which is ideal for Harad, so I think it's a good reason for Harad to smile about that. Now, Umbar doesn't want to get too far ahead of those Mulhard Warriors. They don't want to cop those axes. Or maybe they do. They charged around and trying to get into those axes, but Arable Legionnaires are right there. That's not good for Umbar. Now, if they bring out the Demons of the Desert, they would be a welcome presence. If they could take out those Arable Legionnaires, a big blow that would be the Tintin. And if they can get them around actually here on the flank, they could fire straight across and wipe out this entire defensive line straight away without losing a single soldier. Potentially. But right here, given the progress the attackers are making, this would have been the ideal moment to bring in the Demons of the Desert and try and fire across that flank. Try and take out those defending forces. Because the Tromanov Harad and Dismounted Serpent Guard could have established an effective perimeter on the left flank that would have given them the cover the demons needed to fire those javelins across like that. Of course, I get it, all in hindsight. I try not to repeat that, but you gotta... All my comments, guys, should be taken into consideration. They're all made, of course, in hindsight. I get that being in the match, completely different than commentating on it. Alright? Been enough matches to understand that. Of course, the Blackguard's firing into the backs of Arable Legionnaires. Hopefully Tintin sees this and turns these guys around. That's a good move there from Minto for spotting that. The Arable Legionnaires will go down faster than he's shot in the back. Now we've got crossbows firing on Isengard's forces. That's going to hurt Joe-1 Kenobi. Those Corsair Blackguards probably should be firing at those airborne crossbows on the ledge, because we've seen those javelin units hit those archers on the ledge many times before. Javelins trying to take out the dismounted knights of the Silver Swan. Attackers got more forces moving up, but they're seemingly not doing anything about those archers there on the ledge. The crossbows are the biggest concern there for the attackers, and for them not to address that is not too good for the attackers at all. It's a big mistake. It could be a critical mistake in this fight. Looks like maybe we've got some mob warriors trying to challenge the Ironfoot axe throwers. They're shaken. Backed up by the dismounted Sepa guard. They're very tired though. The Incarnate Legion from Memento is not doing anything right now. Well, of course, another unit, of course, their blackguards may be being brought up. I'm not too sure if that's the same unit or not. It might be. 44 here, 253. Knights of the Silver Swan from Mac, trying to clear away those Mild Warriors so those Ironfoot Axos can start firing again, but this round Sepa Guard isn't going to let them. But of course, they're crossbowmen here from Memento. Didn't see them before, they usually are hidden after all. But the Ironfoot crossbows should be dealing with them, and I think they are. The crossbows aren't shooting at them, it would seem. Those Ironfoot crossbows need to be shooting at those Corsair crossbows. 46 to 55. Now, Wanderers on the Roddle should have been over here. They could have been firing into all these attacking forces, doing a lot of damage. It's like trying to fall back into the Cardolan city. So we might be due for a small break here, everyone. Alright, they're running away. Knights of the Silver Swan coming back in. It does make a whole lot of sense to keep these guys in reserve. Looks like running away does help. Looks like the Knights are going to try and charge into this unit of Uruka infantry. Or not, they're going to run around them. Alright guys, we're back. Isengard's charging in a little bit prematurely in my opinion. He's just by himself right now. The allies are still coming across the bridge as we speak. I've got it on ×2 speed because there's going to be a bit of a grind. There's no missile units in the area that would change the status quo of this fight very quickly. Or at any accelerated pace. We've got Ironfoot Spears moving up. We've got Lurt's Hunting Pack trying to help out. They don't have the best angle. They are getting some decent hits though. These are Ironfoot Pikes. We've got a fresh unit pikeman moving up. The Warriors here really need to stack it. I think Mac just needs to keep on clicking the attack button on the Uruka infantry to get those pikes to move up and closer and into the fight. You can see they're being shuffled slowly. Maybe it's because Mac just keeps clicking them to attack. Now they're all bunched up. This would be a good time to use those Wanderers in Roddle. But they are nowhere to be found. They're over here. Both sides not really taking the advantages that are offered to them. Perfect target for the Belfast Marines and the Wanderers in Roddle, but they are standing over there where they will not be needed for God knows how long. Are the attackers even planning on launching an assault soon? We've got some war beasts just harassing some forces left outside or broken outside, just running around. Eisenbach taking a wide berth. He's not planning on going anytime soon. Not ideal for Mac to keep those units in limbo. Now, they've got some arrow fire coming in at least. Two of their marksmen could be brought in to give them a better angle. I mean, putting them on this ledge here would be ideal for them. Got a nice little Silver Swan trying to cause trouble over here. Again, not getting a little charge off. Of course, their crossbows standing by. Duran archers seemingly trying to do some damage. Now Duran archers out of ammunition. Oh, come on, Mac. I really need you to put those rangers over here. This is where they're needed. They're not needed over there. They're needed here. And it's not like he has to run too far to get to either side. He can move the rangers to any point that they're needed. The attackers are only coming at them from two positions after all. They're trying to hit... Okay, maybe they're trying to hit the demons of the desert. Yeah, those Belfast Rangers need to get into position to shoot at those demons. Civilians are broken. Belfast Rangers running away, that is not good. The Wanderers and Model though, they are in position. South Lancers are in loose formation. That benefits them in this exchange. Mac's attention needs to probably be 100% focused on this area right now. Errol needs to worry about this choke point on his own. He's got the tier at their marksman though in the ideal spot now, which is good to see. He can't afford to bring the Wanderers over here anymore, not with the Demons of the Desert so close. He'll just move forward, destroy his pikemen if he doesn't have anything there to repel them. And the Wanderers are his best bet, since he's already taken away the Belfast Marines. Axeguard Airball being brought in now. But and Axeguard still pushing well together here. Well, Mac stopped firing. $70 to 70 right now. Eisenbach tried to coax ammunition here out of those Wanderers. I think there could be enough there from the Wanderers, so he's got to conserve that ammunition. He's got to save it for the Demons of the Desert. They have their bows. Okay, we've got Tromanov Ride and Demons of the Desert being brought up. Oh, not Demons, Tromanov Ride and Serpent Guard. Wanderers have run away. Here come the Demons. Pikemen about to break, they're wavering. Oh man, turn those Wanderers around. Turn them around. They can fire into a huge bunch of Haradrim forces. Oh man, that's unfortunate there for Mac. Here at their marksmen have withdrawn. These Airable Axeguard are being left to hold the line as long as possible, but eventually they will though. We've got War Beasts of Harad here. Well, at least the wars broke, because that was not a good charge. Shit happens. The Demons of the Desert, they are fighting in the battle. So maybe they threw their javelins already, I don't know. That does surprise me. I didn't think they had thrown their javies. This unit doesn't look like it's seen much action. Except for the exchange we just saw. Let's keep an eye on these demons here. And the Wanderers certainly nailed them. But the fact that Eisenbar's trying to preserve them says to me they still have ammunition. Well, it's like 6-speed it. Or slow it down a little bit. The Urquhart Berserker's coming in now. Along with Axe Guard, Airborne, and Tonosti and Spearman. Wanderer's not firing yet. Tear at their marksman. Pouring it into the reinforcements. 80 to 74 now. We've got Southland Archers there trying to actually get into the Wanderers on Nimrodel. Caster's Rangers here. They're trying to take out the Tear at their marksman. Wanderers in the middle, they're out of ammunition. I think this is game over here for the defenders. The attackers have all the firepower on their side. Third Tony Pack trying to take out the Wanderers in the middle here. Probably a waste of ammunition. Without their arrows, they're not really much of a threat. What reinforcements could they be shooting at, I wonder? We've got Haven Guard here, along with Dragon Slayer, Mithrin, Sons of Durin. It makes sense. If the defenders fight up here, they basically take away all the attackers' advantages with their missile units by hiding behind these runes. Obviously in this spot they're vulnerable, but over here they are relatively protected. Belfast Marines firing there. Urquhart Berserkers doing what they do best. Belfast Marines there really trying to help out. We have Belka's shield bearers moving in. Sons of Durin have been activated. Axe Guard being sent up, Haven Guard being sent up. So the defenders are choosing to fight here, they were just holding those units up there in reserve. I kind of thought that's where they were going to be making their last stand. Demons here loading. They're firing. You see, 13 demons can be just as deadly as a full strength unit. Oh, both flag bearers fell. Oh no, Dilemma's got back up. 97 to 83. And the War Beast is still alive. Maybe they're trying to get a charge here. I think, yeah, the general here is in this unit. And why did they just put the general? They put it on in the War Beasts. It looks like Hurrah was very lucky not to lose that general earlier on. If they're down to 3, that unit has suffered severe casualties. There goes Erebor's general. Looks like we're done here, guys. Okay, so Mac there 2,299, Tintin 2,208 on 1859, Eisenbard 1,137, Memento 828, and Joby-Wan Kenobi there 1,109. Good clean attack there from Eisenbard and his allies today. Looking at the kill counts there, Tirathan Marksman 109, Wanderers on the model there 365, Tirathan Marksman 329, Belfast Marines there 120 to 132. General Archers 187 to 274, Knights of Silver Swan 116, Haven Guard 142, and Imperial Champions there 101, and Tirathan Marksman 134 there. The rest of them didn't do as well. There's a few critical errors made earlier on by the defender's side, also on the attacker's side, but as you can see it didn't really hinder their attack too much. The Wanderers I felt were put in the wrong place, both outside and inside the Cardolan Fortress. I think if Mac had used them in the land bridge area, that would have drastically turned the tables on the attackers, and had he also had them at that main choke point that Isengard and Umbar was engaged at, they certainly could have inflicted mass casualties on those enemy forces, and might have given them the edge to take the victory there at the end of the day. So don't want to put all the pressure, all the blame there on Mac. It's a little bit unfair. I'm just saying that if those Wanderers were in those ideal positions, I think that could have really changed the outcome of this fight, or made it even closer. Now guys, once again, if you want to see your own Total War replay featured here on this very channel, don't forget to check out those links you'll find in the video description below. Hope to hear from you soon. This is Micka from Scout to Lieutenant signing off. Goodbye my fellow Scout Troopers. See you all in the next Total War battle.